No, people are in love with the idea of blackness more than they're in love with actually being black. People don't want to actually be black; they just want the idea of blackness, the caricature of being black. So I know you asked the question, "What do you think about black sense?" I think that is the new blackface. I think it is blackface without the actual makeup and everything of that variety, because people are copying the hood aesthetic. Let's take Hood Mr. Beast for example. People make Ed as a Hood Mr. Beast. They're making Hood Michael Jackson, making Hood everything, and that is the idea, the epitome of what a facsimile of what blackness is, because nobody actually wants to live in the hood. Nobody wants to go through gang violence. Nobody wants to go through all the nonsense of poverty and things of that variety, Section 8 housing. Nobody really wants that. Even people in the hood want to get out of the hood. It's kind of the goal of being successful, is to get out of the hood, is to bring out the hood and not actually go back to it. That's really the goal of everything. But a lot of people love the aesthetic of what it is. They like the idea of it because it seems cool, it seems fun, it seems catchy, it seems hippie, it seems vibey. It's the best music, the best fun, because the black people make a bunch of cool stuff that people want to emulate, and that's fun. A lot of black people try to cannibalize their culture, but that's not possible because they get too big and popular, and black people got to work twice as hard for half as much. It means we're 4 times better, so there goes that. And I think that black people just are scared to actually make new things. For instance, I remember wolf tickets. Were you selling wolf tickets, cuz? Or more so, people putting on black scents, or people just saying like, "Oh, it's good, tight shit. I got that Riz, cuz." And everybody's saying like, "Oh, I can copy that. I can do that. That seems so cool. That's so suave. That's so smooth." And people will copy this entire aesthetic, a caricature, making it the new blackface, and then they will do everything in their power to actually be kind of black, but not actually be black. For instance, I can't shut this off. Whether you say I talk white, whether you think I'm nerdy or geeky, I'm still black. Black isn't a thing you can act. It is the idea of what you think hood aesthetic is, what you associate with blackness is what you think it is. If a white girl or a white guy grew up in that environment and they grew up around people that spoke ghetto and hood, then by all means, they would have that accent and they would have that dialect, they would have that vernacular because they grew up around those people. They don't get to shut that off. That's their natural accent. That's how they speak. They don't speak, "Well, hey, howdy, how are you doing, fellows? Well, gee willikers, this is amazing. Well, by golly, this is outstanding. Well, by the Dickens, solid salary, that's amazing to me." They don't get to choose that. That's not something they get to choose. That's how their environment has shaped them. People often take the cultural environment as something and think that's how it matters to their race, despite the fact that that's not how it operates in totality. I know a white guy who only knows how to speak Chinese because he grew up in China. He barely speaks English, and I had to hire him, and his name was Shoyin. Shoyin, guess what, is a white guy, but he only speaks Chinese because he grew up in China. So guess what? You know what that means? He's not cosplaying a Chinese person. Dude is culturally Chinese. That's all he knows. So yeah, but I guess being black is cool. So that's the new blackface. Hey.